in my house. Let's go, come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the Prince loves it.
Oh my God!
1 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day! My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Gigapower. Simple, smart a code.
Not in my house. Let's go, come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the Prince loves it.
Oh my God!
1 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day! My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Gigapower. Simple, smart a code.
Not in my house. Let's go, come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the Prince loves it.
Oh my God!
1 on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose GigaPower. Simple, smart to code.
are back here in the rising city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan for the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. As you can see, we have a Wednesday triple header featuring the Muntinlupa Angelis Resort EOG Cooly squaring off against the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. In our second game is the Tanduay Rum Masters against the Families Brand Sardines Atami Sardines Zamboanga. And in our main game, it's a rematch of the last year's finals, the Nueva Ecija Capitals going up against the San Juan Knights. Magandang hapon mga ka-PhilBasket who's watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Kumu and our delayed telecast on Solar Sports. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan, mga kasama ko po si Javi Palanya, and of course, our third member, Nach Miravalles. Hello, Nach!
Hi Ken and Javi! It's nice to be back with you guys again. Tayo na naman, sana wag tayo magkasawaan. Pero okay lang, later we'll be seeing new faces. Back to you guys.
Siyempre hindi tayo magkakasawaan as we'll bring you this opening game featuring the Muntinlupa Angelis Resort EOG Cooly against itong AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. At diretso na tayo sa team standings, Javi, kung saan nagkaagulo na. Anything can happen, especially in the bottom of our standings.
That's right. It's serious playoff implications for all the games that we have here in today's triple header. It is possible that 6 teams will end up in a tie at 6-5. So very important for these teams to come out with a victory in their respective matches in today's game day.
At itong Muntinlupa started out strong their first 2 games. Ito nga, Muntinlupa 3-5 started out strong. First 2 games nila, panalo sila, but have gone on a 3-game losing streak. And in their last match against the Nueva Ecija Capitals, the Nueva Ecija Capitals really dominated the paint in that matchup.
Oh, the depth of the Capitals was just too much for Muntinlupa to handle in that game. They really relied on their strength inside and outside. The guards and the bigs of the Nueva Ecija Capitals really contributing on their respective ends of the floor. You see the numbers here on the screen. Total domination by the Capitals, 54.7% from the field. And what Muntinlupa needs to do today is they really should do well shooting their shots from all spots on the floor, because in their losses, they have been averaging only 42.8%. So lagi silang na-outshoot ng mga kalaban nila. It is important for them to be able to shoot well from the field in today's game.
But Val Chauca, great bounce back game.
Oh, Val Chauca averaging 14.1 points per game, but consistency has been the problem for him here in the last 3 games, especially 6 points against the San Juan Knights, 20 points against the Tanduay Rum Masters, and yun nga, 21 points in their last game. So it's important na pumutok siya in today's game for Muntinlupa to have a good chance of winning today's game.
At ito namang AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers losing by 46 points against the Tanduay Rum Masters, but a great redemption kontra dito sa AMA Online Education.
This was a good bounce back game for them to regain back their confidence going into today's game. A very important game for them. They really dominated the shaded area and the rebounding department in that game. But here today against Muntinlupa, Muntinlupa is obviously the taller team. They have to do a better job of crashing the boards and maybe activate their 3-point shooting, which is somehow has not yet been showing in their tournament so far.
And Jake Diwa, their leading scorer, coming through once again for them in their game against the AMA.
Jake Diwa, 31 points in that game against AMA Online Education. But look at that game against the Tanduay Rum Masters. Only 3 points, 1 out of 5 from the field. He is one of the vital cogs on the offensive end para dito kay Coach Ronnie Kahanding. So importante talaga na gumana siya in today's game for them to come out with a victory.
And speaking of kailangan gumana, another key piece sa AFP, Hubert Cani is with Nach Miravalles. Nach?
Thank you, Ken. Hubert, pag-usapan muna natin yung team chemistry nyo. Kamusta yung team chemistry nyo and how do you fit in?
Sa chemistry, wala naman kaming problema kasi wino-workout namin everyday sa practices and minsan nag-budel fight pa kami. So, yung chemistry namin medyo malakas na talaga. So, yun.
Hubert, you're not yet out of the woods. Marami pang kailangan gawin. Ano yung mga kailangan yung gawin to secure a spot in the playoffs?
Siguro 1 game at a time lang. Kasi ito yung, kung ano yung nasa harap namin, yung mahalaga na game. And yung, sa mga susunod, sana manalo pa rin kami.
Oh, may gusto ka pa batiin, diba? Go.
Binabati ko yung mga lahat ng taga-Imus, family ko, si Daddy, Mami, si Jam, and girlfriend ko, si Christiana.
Back to you, Ken and Avi.
Thank you, Nach. Major implication in this game as the Muntinlupa Angelis Resort EOG Cooly against the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. And to tip things off, we have Ryan Villena for our player introductions.
Good afternoon. afternoon! Live from the rising city of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, this is PhilBasket Summer Championship 2022, presented by Pure Gold. This is the first game of our triple header featuring Muntinlupa, Angelis Resort, EOG Cooly, and the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. Are you ready? Let's meet the starters of Muntinlupa. At point guard, standing 5'8" from Manuel L. Quezon University, number 5, Mar Villahermosa. At shooting guard, standing 5'10" from Allan University, number 3, Choco. At small forward, standing 6'1" from the Far Eastern University, number 77, Ron Dennison. At power forward, 6'2" from the Colegio de San Juan de Letran, number 7, Fort Ruaya. And at center, standing 6'4" from San Sebastian College, Recoletos, number 29, Alvin Baitiong. The head coach of Muntinlupa is Jack Escueta. And now the starters of AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. At point guard, 5'11" from the University of Perpetual Health System Delta, number 11, Keith Pido. At shooting guard, standing 6 foot flat from the Philippine Army Private First Class, number 4, Mar Villahermosa. At small forward, 6'3" from the Philippine Army Private First Class, number 21, Jaffer Custodio. At power forward, standing 6'1" from the Philippine Air Force Airman First Class, number 14, Jake Diwa. And at center, 6'3" from the Philippine Army Private First Class, number 20, Jan Colina. The head coach of Makati is Ronnie Candy. Our officials for this game, crew chief is George.
Here are the starting lineups for both teams. For EOG, Ron Dennison, Fort Ruaya, Alvin Baitiong, J. Mark Malyari, and Val Chauca. And for AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers, Custodio, Diwa, and Colina rounding up the front court. And Kit Pido, surprise starter here for Coach Ronnie Canding and Mar Villahermosa.
Alvin Baitiong and J. Mark Malyari getting the starting nod for the second straight game para dito kay Coach Jack Escueta. We remember that before these past couple of games, it was John Gabriel, the man in the middle for Muntinlupa. But Coach Jack Escueta opting to go with Alvin Baitiong, who gives them a different dimension, a shot from the outside. Can also give a lot of inside presence with his heft.
And also Allan Mangahas coming off the bench once again. So ito si Coach Jack Escueta trying to find the right pieces that fit here for Muntinlupa as we tip things off here in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Jake Diwa, early drive, no go.
And right away, Army trying to go for the advantage in transition, going for the quick basket, but missing an opportunity right there was Jake Diwa.
Only averaging 8 fast break points per contest. Third worst here in the league. Talking about the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. As shot clock winding down here for Muntinlupa. Dennison for free. Jan Colina grabs the board.
That's not really his strength, Ron. Dennison doesn't shoot very well from the outside. You rely on him for your defense and hustle.
Really struggled in their last game against the Nueva Ecija Capitals. Only 2 points, 3 turnovers. But Coach Jack Escueta really trusting the former FEU forward. Malyari sending it to Alvin Baitiong in the post. Gets stripped there. Keith Pido being harassed by J. Mark Malyari. And Joffer Custodio, tinamaan na yung monitor dito.
4 Muntinlupa players able to go back on transition to stop that fast break opportunity para dito sa FSD. Botched attempts on the past couple of transition tries para dito sa black shirts.
So past 1 minute here, wala pa tayong score for both teams. Denison, binabantayan ni Custodio. Malyari, great ball movement so far for Muntinlupa. Roaya, kontra kay Colina. Malyari, mid-range jumper. No. Baityong. Third try is good.
And Muntinlupa is trying to go inside and out, pushing the ball to the post, kicking it out and driving once back into the lane. Alvin Baityong able to clean up the mess.
Actually, Muntinlupa, second in the league in terms of 2-point field goals, making a conscious effort of trying to their luck in the paint. Meanwhile, Custodio missing on that free.
They're averaging 49.8% in their wins and only 42.7% in their losses. So that has been the continuing trend in this tournament para dito sa Muntinlupa. They have to shoot well from the field to be able to give themselves a good chance of ending up with a victory in today's game.
Meanwhile, another turnover for Angelis Resort. So 2-0 ang ating talaan. Just under 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. Colina kontra kay Baityong. Mid-range jumper, too strong. Offensive board, grab by Colina. Spins his way inside, naagawan dito. Malyari off to the races and gets that fast break layup.
A good use of the body by J. Mark Mariari, shielding the ball away from Keith Pido for him to be able to sink that layup.
Mar Villahermosa so far struggling here. Crossover dribble. Pasa dito kay Jake Diwa. Tumira sa tres. That's short. Not really a shot, Javi.
Well, we mentioned at the top of their coverage that maybe they would have to make use of their outside shooting in today's game because Muntinlupa is the much taller team. So Makati might not have the same success that they had against Ama inside the lane.
Mar Villahermosa off the curl, knocks down that mid-range jumper as we send you over to Nach Miravalles.
Thank you, Ken. Ken, Javi, matanong ko lang sino ba yung nagchichismisan last Monday sa panel? Last Monday daw kasi narinig nito ni Coach Ronnie Kahanding ng AFP. Sabi daw ng panel, they have been inconsistent with their games. Kaya today, they are out to prove to everybody that they can be consistent. Tingnan natin mamaya kung ganun nga yung gagawin nila. Punta naman tayo sa EOG. We talked about what happened in their game versus Nueva Ecija, where EOG started with a good pace, but when third quarter came, parang somewhere along the way nagkaroon ng collapse. Aminado rin naman yung players nila, and Coach Jack naman said na he admits na nagkaroon siya ng lapses last game in terms of rotation. Kasi according to him, yung players maglalaro naman yan ng maayos. Back to you, Ken and Javi.
Thank you, Nad. So far, good start for Muntinlupa. 4-2. 6 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Villahermosa, fadeaway jumper, trickles in.
Mar Villahermosa aggressive in looking for his shot the past couple of possessions.
Yup, Mar Villahermosa really struggling, as I've mentioned earlier, 9.4 points and only 33% field goal shooting so far here sa PhilBasket Summer Tournament.
Oh, but we all know when Mar Villahermosa is able to get back his rhythm, he is a deadly shooter, also from the outside. A known gunner from his days with the San Beda Red Lions.
And Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship. Meanwhile, Keith Pido at the line had an awesome performance the last time out. 18 points kontra sa AMA Online Education.
Oh, when you talk about Makati, you don't really expect Keith Pido to be able to put up those kinds of numbers. You have guys like Mar Villahermosa, Hubert Cani, Jan Formento, and Lord Casajeros. The usual reliables on offense, especially from the perimeter and the guard position para kay Coach Ronnie Kahanding. But Keith Pido stepping up in lieu.
Keith Pido knocks down the free throw. So lamang na dito ang AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. 5-0 run. 6 minutes left here in the opening quarter. Baityong tumira sa tres. Pasok yan.
Oh, in their last game, ganito rin nagsimula si Alvin Baityong. Off that horns play, he popped towards the three-point area and sank it as well.
Matagad naman bumawi si Jan Colina with that long two. Jal Chauca, great cut inside.
So pass intended for Alvin Baichong, but Val Chacua at the right place at the right time. Great timing on the cut.
9-7 is our tally. Custodio, kontra kay Ruaya. Pasa dito kay Jake Diwa, drives hard to the hoop. No go. Denison, nabasa doon ni Keith Pido. Pasa dito kay Mar Villahermosa. Sidestep. And that pass goes to the outside. Shot clock here. 18 seconds para dito sa mga AFP Cavaliers as we take a look at that assist delivery of the game courtesy of Happy Lee, which is now available via grab delivery and takeout.
An offensive foul will be called here on Makati.
Yup, sloppy game so far. Both teams with 4 turnovers apiece.
Jan Colina cannot afford to be in foul trouble in today's game. We all know that Makati has a very thin front line. So when Jan Colina isn't able to be on the floor for this Makati team, this could spell dominance for Muntinlupa inside that shaded area, especially when a guy like John Gabriel steps onto the floor.
And Jan Colina, who did not play in their last game against AMA Online Education, well-deserved rest. Actually, 1 week na hindi naglalaro itong Cavaliers. As Mar Villahermosa sobra sa kanyang tres. Malyari trying to run the floor. Pasa dito kay Ruaya. Great touch pass to Ron Denison.
Muntinlupa definitely had the numbers on that occasion. 2 FSD players lagging behind in the backcourt.
Pido, mid-range J, that's short. 11-7 ang ating talaan. Approaching the 4-minute mark. Another great cut by Ron Denison.
And nobody seems to be marking Ron Denison. When a Muntinlupa guard is able to drive into the lane, they have done a wonderful job of finding the former FU Tamarao on that right wing. Jan Colina helping on J. Mark Malyari, but nobody helping the helper. Another basket for Ron Denison.
And that instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart ako. Timeout muna tayo. Magbabalik po kami. Denison, you've mentioned 13 points in their game against the San Juan Knights after only averaging 2.5 the previous 2 games.
Well, Ron Denison, one of the former PBA players, so he brings a wealth of experience to this team, and you expect him to contribute in whichever way possible, especially that Muntinlupa is in a precarious situation with a playoff scenario.
But Muntinlupa in the midst of a 6-0 run, kaya lamang sila dito ng 6. As Renz Alcoriza, bagong pasok dito for the Cavaliers. Denison finds Chauca, being guarded by Villahermosa. 14 seconds on their shot clock. Swings it to Ron Denison for free, and he knocks it down.
Looks like he has been able to get his rhythm after those 2 baskets inside the shaded area. That time, no hesitation, attempting at 3 from the right corner.
7 straight points for number 77. Custodio. Pasa kay Colina. 6 seconds sa shot clock. Lordy Casajeros, that's too easy.
Val Chauca spread on the floor in that play. Lordy Casajeros free for the deuce inside.
So ends the drought after itong Muntinlupa went on a 9-0 run. But Denison again. Ooh. And it trickles in. What a first quarter for Ron Denison.
Heat check still hot for Ron Denison, and Muntinlupa doing a very good job from the field in the beginning of our game. 60% para dito sa Muntinlupa.
Already 10 points for Denison. Meanwhile, great cut inside by Renz Alcoriza.
Renz Alcoriza coming off the curl from the outside. Oh, you see this three-pointer right here. Lord Casajeros was sagging him off a bit. And that lucky bounce just trickles in para dito kay Ron Denison. His confidence obviously showing a lot here in the first quarter.
Meanwhile, for the Cavaliers, Chad Alonso and Romeo Almerol papasok dito as we take a look at the field goal shooting. Splendid start so far for Muntinlupa.
Only 4 misses for Muntinlupa. And Makati really struggling from the field, 4 out of 13. And a turnover will not help their cause right here. Muntinlupa looks to pad onto their early lead.
Denison, he checked. Wow! Ron Denison, 13 points.
When Ron Denison is able to make it rain in that way, that is a huge bonus for Coach Jack Ascueta, because we all know that Ron Denison is a defensive stopper. He is there for his defense, not his offense. So you're really happy if you're Coach Jack Ascueta that he's been able to pour it on from the field. As J. Mark Malyari passes it off to Ron Denison, misses. Bai Chong is there with the rebound, but he is fouled.
You could see Muntinlupa really trying to increase the tempo of this game. They are up 22-9, just under 2 minutes left here in the opening quarter.
Oh, they're able to collar the rebound and secure the defensive possession. And every opportunity they get, they have been trying to run, push the tempo. And Alvin Baichong, a beneficiary of that cause.
And we would like to thank our prize money sponsor, Medisure Pharmacy.
And J. Mark Malyari has done a good job of pushing the ball for Coach Jack Ascueta and finding his open teammates on the break.
And they're doing this without Allan Mangahas. Although papasok na siya dito kasabay si Andretti Stevens at the next dead ball. 10 seconds sa shot clock ng Makati. Custodio, pasa dito kay Chad Alonso. Shot clock winding down. Casajeros, bailout free. In and out. Chauca pulls up from beyond the arc and he drills it.
Oh, they are just scorching hot from three-point country. 5 out of 6 na itong Muntinlupa from that distance.
Meanwhile, AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers really struggling on the offensive end. Almerol, pasa dito kay Casajeros. Naaagawan na siya dito. Val Chauca, great awareness. But Norduaya not able to retrieve that pass.
Pass a little bit too low for Norduaya to pick it up. But itong AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers have had trouble setting up their offense. They have not been able to do that with a certain kind of calmness that they would have wanted. So let's see if the entry of new guys like Chad Alonso and Bren Motol will change that.
Casajeros kontra ay Lopez. 10 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Alcoriza, crossover, and gets whacked there by a Muntinlupa defender.
Alcoriza able to split the defense after the pick and roll action on the right wing. Crossing over and fishing for a foul.
2-for-1 opportunity for AFP FSD. Baseline inbound for Chad Alonso. Casajeros kontra ay Stevens. Pulls up and drains it.
Jumper right there for the former UE Red Warrior. He will not be afraid to shoot that.
3-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Chauca taking his time. Pasa kay Allan Mangahas.
Mismatch right here.
Gabriel and Bren Motol pulling a chair right there. Alcoriza trying to beat the buzzer, and he does at may kasama pang foul doon.
Will this be the game that Renz Alcoriza finally breaks out? The former player from the Nueva Ecija best friends in the Subic bubble, able to sink that layup. Andretti Stevens offering a slight shove right there. But I'm not sure kung natamaan niya ba talaga itong si Renz Alcoriza. Our referees trying to consult our instant replay.
But nonetheless, Renz Alcoriza trying to redeem himself here. At yun, may natawag na foul kontra dito kay Andretti Stevens.
And the call will be upheld. One free throw here for Renz Alcoriza to cap off our first period.
But nonetheless, what a start para sa Muntinlupa Angelis Resort. At the end of the first quarter, lamang sila dito ng 12 puntos, 25-13. As we take a look at the Ron Dennison show, who has
J. Mark Malyari able to facilitate very well, and Ron Dennison, a beneficiary of a lot of those passes. 3 out of 4 from three-point country, 13 points. Not really known for his outside shooting, but able to make a mark in this game or just in the first quarter. Score is 25-13. We'll be back after these.
Nandito po tayo ngayon sa City of San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan for the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. At makakasama nyo ngayon si Ken Pangalinan, Javi Palanya, and Naj Miravalles as the Muntinlupa Angelis Resort lead by 12 points. Make that 14 by that hook shot by Decoy Lopez.
Oh, that play looked to be going nowhere, but Retty Stevens able to find Decoy Lopez, who had prime position against Lord Casajeros. 3-point field goal story in that first quarter. 5 out of 6, a blistering 83%. Meanwhile, none para dito sa FSD.
Alcoriza make that 4 straight misses from beyond the arc. Itong Muntinlupa actually was tied against AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers at under 6 minutes, 7-all, but an 18-2 blast by Muntinlupa has brought them this lead as we take a look at some of the rebounding numbers.
13-5 dominance on the boards being shown here by Muntinlupa early on, really taking advantage of their height. Alam naman natin itong FSD, when Jan Colina goes out, it's Chad Alonzo who has been playing the 5.
Chauca fakes off his defender and gets fouled there.
That basket will not count.
And for those just tuning in, Ron Dennison matching the output so far itong AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers with 13 points all in the first quarter. As we'd like to thank Seal yung fiber manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation.
And that chemistry that Naj was able to extract from her report on Hubert Cani at the top of our coverage. Not yet showing here for Makati.
And Hubert Cani hindi pa rin pinapasok dito ni Coach Ronnie Canding. Meanwhile, Chad Alonzo streaking down the lane.
A little bit too much muscle on that pass by Retty Stevens as we look at Chad Alonzo. Decoy Lopez caught on the backside right there, and the former Adamson Falcon finishing with his inside hand.
And the move of the game is brought to you by Pure Gold. Alcoriza to Chad Alonzo. Renz for free. Still empty from beyond the arc. Chad Alonzo really working hard inside.
That offensive rebound fell right into his hands. And Chad Alonzo not wanting to kick the ball outside, taking it for himself, fishing for a foul against John Gabriel.
And we would like to thank Cantigo Scoreboard Multisports Scoring Solutions. Chad Alonzo, the former Adamson Falcon. Kasama niya dyan si Ken Bono, rounding up that formidable front court that made the Final Four but lost to the Ateneo Blue Eagles in the semifinals.
That was a strong Adamson team that also had Mark Abadia, Patrick Cabajo.
Yup.
During those years.
Sama po dyan, alam ko inaabot din nila si Jeric Cañada, I'm not really sure. But man, loaded front court there, but Chad Alonzo missing that free throws. Decoy Lopez. Kontra dito kay Casajeros. Allan Mangahas. No. Makati trailing by 12 points. Under 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. Chad Alonso na naman. Wala. And bola mapupunta dito sa Muntinlupa.
Chad Alonso trying to make something out of nothing. But that Muntinlupa defense held its ground right there, making it hard for him to sink that shot.
Andretti Stevens. Kontra ay Romeo Almerol. 10 seconds to work with. Drives baseline. Kicks it out. Allan Mangahas. Finds John Gabriel for the reverse.
Oh, nifty drop pass right there by Allan Mangahas. Just a wizard with the ball. In great relocation para dito kay John Gabriel to find the open spot.
Allan Mangahas reading that pass. Fast break opportunity. Tumingin pa. Easy layup.
And he looked like he was egging on John Gabriel to cut towards the basket. And that made the defense guess. Allan Mangahas just taking it for himself on that occasion.
Matching the biggest lead so far at 16 points, 31-15. And that assist delivery of the game is brought to you by Happily, which is now available via Grab Delivery and Takeout.
A beautiful bounce pass between two Makati defenders. And here, Ron Denison once again on the run.
Woo!
And he continues his hot streak in today's game. 15 points now.
Ano kaya nakain ito ni Ron Denison? Now bringing the lead up to 18 points. Motol, as we turn you over to Nach Miravalles, who has a report on the red-hot Ron Denison.
Thank you, Ken. Sorry, hindi ko natanong anong nakain ni Ron eh. Pero a while ago, I was able to chat with Ron. He made the joke na palitan na nga daw ng mukha tong laro na to because both of these teams are fighting to secure a spot in the quarterfinals. He knows they need to be consistent with their defense, lalo they struggle every start of the first and second half. Dahil dun nga daw sila hirap. Aminado naman sila na every start of first and third quarter, nahihirapan daw talaga sila. Maraming panghihinayang to si Ron, pero he knows that they need to win their remaining games, kaya yun lang daw muna ang focus niya. Back to you, Ken and Javi.
Thank you, Nacho. Maganda tanungin mo mamaya. Mahaba pa naman ang larong ito. And meanwhile, ito si Decoy Lopez. Almost.
Oh, excellent forward pass there thrown by Allan Mangahas. But Coach Ronnie Kahanding is now on the floor complaining about that non-call on John Gabriel. He looked to have knocked Lord Casajeros out of the picture. But you see this pass received by John Lopez. Just missed that gimme right there against a smaller Romeo Almerol.
Decoy Lopez actually had an impressive first 3 games para dito sa Muntinlupa. 12.3 points, 7.3 rebounds on a blistering 82.4% field goal shooting. But ever since, only 4 points and 4 rebounds. As we take a look here, John Gabriel nagkatamaan dito kontra kay Lord Casajeros.
Well, AFP was really looking for a foul there. But John Gabriel didn't really do much to warrant an offensive foul. Talagang bumanggalan talaga si Lord Casajeros. There was no elbow thrown. It was just body contact.
Coach Ronnie Kahanding certainly not happy after that exchange.
Let's look at that right here. Once again, the long arms of John Gabriel. Oh, okay. Okay, our replay doesn't lie. There was an elbow there na nakalabas. But he didn't really swing it hard enough for our referees to blow that whistle.
So ang tanong dyan, was it excessive?
Parang slight movement lang kasi.
Oo. And Ronnie Kahanding, the coach of the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers, natawagan na dito ng technical foul.
Well, he'll have to keep his cool right here. He will be needed on the bench as AFP tries to climb out of this 15-point hole that they are in. Sorry, 17-point lead rather. And now an 18-point lead.
Ron Denison easily his career high dito sa field basket. already with 16 points. At matagal pa itong second quarter, 5 minutes and 47 seconds left. And itong Muntinlupa trying to contest that last attempt by John Lopez. Akala nila shooting foul. So let's see, mukhang reviewin ng referees natin.
Yeah, that should have been 2 free throws. That was a shooting foul. But they are ruling that the foul was called downstairs.
But nonetheless, Muntinlupa have their biggest lead so far, 18 points. Ron Dennison. Woo! Wow!
They are just really milking the hot hand. Going to him on the post, that right side has been his favorite spot of the floor so far.
18 big points for the former FEU Tamaraw. And we would like to thank Happily, which is now available via Grab Delivery and Takeout.
Oh, that zone really bothering itong AFP FSD. And another turnover. Muntinlupa trying to capitalize once again, and Andretti Stevens does so. 5 points now in the game.
Also knocked down a three-pointer earlier. Talking about the former Mapua Cardinal, Andretti Stevens. Just past the halfway point of the second quarter. Kani, hinanap dito si Villahermosa. Naagawan na naman dito. But counter steal by Renz Alcoriza. Villahermosa for 3. That's short. Battle for the loose ball. Matatawagan ng foul dito si Andretti Stevens.
That three-point shot continues to be escaping itong AFP FSD in this game. 0 out of 7 from distance.
And Coach Ronnie Canding seizing for time. They are down here by 22 points in the second quarter. Coach Ronnie Canding still searching for answers here as his team down by 22 points, 41 to 19. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Molina, 10 seconds to work with. Jake Diwa, still quiet, but finally knocks down that mid-range J.
That's a rare open shot for the black shirts in this game. Muntinlupa has done a splendid job of staying right in front of the offensive players nitong FSD.
Allan Mangahas slithering his way inside.
Oh, the snake, as he is fondly called.
Yep. Jake Diwa, his first 2 points earlier. Kani swings it to Villahermosa. Hubert Kani, his first attempt is a free.
Oh, they really have been daring Makati to shoot from the outside, but that time Hubert Kani making them pay.
Dennison, 18 points. Tries to go one-on-one. Kyle Napes, bagong pasok. Long two is good.
Well, one of the guys who have yet to find his mark offensively para kay Coach Jack Asqueta is Kyle Napes. Will this be the game that he will have good offensive production para dito sa Muntinlupa?
So far, impressive start for Muntinlupa for fighting for their quarter-final hopes. Tandaan natin, they're only 3-5 in terms of their win-loss record. Samantala, itong AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers at 5-4.
Oh, so far, Jake Diwa hasn't had a lot of opportunities to receive the ball in that spot of his. But right now, AFP going back to him once again, but opting to go for a jump shot.
And ang masama pa dito, si Ron Dennison ang bumabantay sa kanya. Not an easy task if you're Jake Diwa.
See that miss there by Diwa.
Colina attacking the defense of Kyle Napes. And he'll head to the line.
Well, Makati has to be more aggressive inside that shaded area. Try to get something going. If walang nangyayari, kick it out to your shooters. Get some quality shots because so far Muntinlupa has been all over itong mga tira ng Makati in this game.
At ito, Javi, we're already 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the second quarter. Only 7 missed field goal attempts para dito sa Muntinlupa.
A great job really from the field, and this is the kind of performance that they want from themselves because like we said at the top of our coverage, importante that they are able to make a majority of their shots.
Field Basket is brought to you by Cilium Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. 19-point lead for Muntinlupa, 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in quarter number 2.
And they have just been letting J. Mark Malyari run through the paint.
Malyari, pasa kay Baityong. Napes to Mangahas. 8 seconds to work with. Baityong for 3. No. Kani surveying traffic here using the Colina screen and the Chad Alonso screen. Jake Diwa kontra kay Stevens. Decides to pull up from beyond the arc. Jake Diwa now with 5 points, cutting the lead down to 16, 45 to 29.
Oh, he really has not been able to get anything going from inside the arc. So opting to go for a 3-point shot on this occasion. Jake Diwa trying to get his team back. We will be back after this break. Score is 45 to 29.
Back here in San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan, kung saan lamang ang Muntinlupa Angelis Resort 45 to 29. Ako po si Ken Pangalinan kasama si Javi Palanya and Najmi Ravalias working on the sidelines for this opening game. Chad Alonso. Mangahas surveying traffic. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Stevens recovering the ball, but Chad Alonso takes that ball away. Nahanap si Jake Diwa. And great challenge there by Kyle Napes.
Oh, Kyle not giving up on that play despite lagging behind by a bit. Still challenged that shot by Jake Diwa. That was supposed to be an instant 2 points, but forcing the miss.
Mangahas has 6 seconds. Kyle Napes, nahanap si Stevens. Back to Allan Mangahas for 3. Book it!
Great patience, great passing to find the most open man para dito sa Muntinlupa.
19-point lead. Colina kontra kay Baityong. Baityong just putting his hands up.
A good defense there by Alvin Baityong against the very veteran John Colina, who has seen a lot of action sa kanyang karera. But Allan Mangahas off that pass by Andretti Stevens, the Mapua Cardinal connection.
Wide open shot by Villahermosa, wala. As we would like to thank Wilson, the official game ball of the 2022 Phil Basket. Baityong sidestep. Wala. At bola mapupunta na dito sa Makati.
Or Pagulayan, who just checked in, caught with a loose ball foul on that rebound play. And that will mean free throws para dito kay Joffer Custodio, who has also just checked in to our match.
Yup, he started out this game. And so far for Joffer Custodio, wala pang puntos dito. Really struggling in their last few games as our prize money sponsor is brought to us by a Medisure Pharmacy.
And usually shooters like to go to the line to establish the rhythm on the floor, but Joffer Custodio botches two of those charities. Jake Diwa lucky to get the offensive rebound, challenging Alvin Baichong once again, but that is a miss. Jan Colina missing as well. Allan Mangahas ending up with a possession para sa Muntinlupa.
Superb start so far for Muntinlupa. Under a minute left here in the first half. Mangahas, great fake. Battle for the loose ball. Retrieved by Joffer Custodio. Villahermosa. Pocket pass to Jan Colina for that open layup.
Oh, great recognition there by Mar Villahermosa, not forcing the issue, giving it up to his big man.
5-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Val Chauca trying to elude the defense of Kani. Mangahas. Pagulayan. 4 seconds. Napes, 4-3. No go. Villahermosa. Pumukol sa tres.
Ooh.
Wow! And that looked good, Javi.
That looked absolutely good. I saw it as soon as it left his hands. And as it approached the basket, we'll see that once again. Quarter court heave here.
Ooh.
Para kay Mar Villahermosa.
That's pretty close.
Off 1 foot.
Revs are still reviewing it. That's pretty close, Javi. But nonetheless, Mar Villahermosa, while celebrating his father's 60th birthday, knocking that Hail Mary shot. 48-34 is our count at the end of the first half.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
You talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it.
Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chica to chica.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Gigapower. Simple, smart to code.
Not in my house.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na, day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Gigapower. Simple, smart code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it.
Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in ensaymada baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Gigapower. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na, day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Gigapower. Simple, smart code.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it.
Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Back here inside the rising city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan for the continuation of the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. 48-34 is our score. Labang dito ang Muntinlupa, all because of Ron Dennison.
Ron Dennison really doing a good job on the offensive end. Not really the guy you would expect to lead the scoring front para dito sa Muntinlupa, but Allan Mangahas also able to get his share of the offensive load in that first quarter. Jake Diwa and company having a hard time breaking that zone defense that Muntinlupa is showing them You look at the numbers here at the half, 60% from the field itong Muntinlupa and doing a great job of shooting it from the outside. 63% from distance. Inside points have also been dominated by Muntinlupa, 24-14. Bench points, 18-15. So total team effort here showed by Muntinlupa in this game. Let's see if AFP will give up a fight in this second half to come back into this game.
Of course, Ron Denison leading the way with 18 points. Samantala for AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers, really scattered scoring, but they need to pour some offense here as they trail by 14 points. As we now head into the third quarter, Colina, binabantayan ni Baityong. Pasa dito kay Jake Diwa. 12 seconds to work with. Kani, pull-up jumper is pure.
A welcome sign here for Coach Ronnie Kahanding. First shot made right away by Hubert Kani.
And mga kasama ni Kani dito, si John Colina, Mar Villahermosa, Joffer Custodio, and Jake Diwa. Meanwhile, wow, Ron Denison, pang ilang tres na niya yun.
That's already his fourth three of the game. 21 points now para kay Ron Denison. I don't even think he scored this much during his college and PBA career.
Meanwhile, Mar Villahermosa, who had 7 points in the first half, adds 2 more.
2 out of 2 to begin the second half para dito sa AFP. But can they string together a number of stops to trim down this deficit? That's stop number 1. Hubert Kani now on the break.
Tandaan natin, during that earlier report ni Najmi Ravales as Jake Diwa streaks down the lane, sabi ni Coach Jack Ascueta, it was the third quarter of that last game that really put the game away for Muntinlupa. But ngayon, lamang sila dito ng 11 puntos.
Offensive rebound para dito sa Muntinlupa.
7 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Malyari. Great defense by Kani. Chauka finds Alvin Baityong inside for that shot.
A great patience right there for Muntinlupa to find the big man inside, finishing despite the defense. Again, it would be interesting to know what the career high of Ron Denison is.
Kaya nga eh. At dito naman for Muntinlupa, we have Ron Denison, Alvin Baityong, Ford Ruaya, J. Mark Malyari, and Val Chauka. Rounding up the 5 for the white shirts. As Makati only has 5 seconds on the shot clock. At naagaw dito, Ron Denison doing it on both ends. Leading the break. Kicks it out. Malyari. Pumasok sa loob. Tough shot. Kani has to get going here for Makati. As he swings it, Jake Diwa, mid-range jumper is good.
Jake Diwa very aggressive to start this second half.
Jake Diwa so far, after scoring 31 points, 33 points now, has 9. As Val Chauka, no go. 31 points in their game against AMA. Talking about Airman First Class Jake Diwa. Custodio, pasa dito kay Villahermosa, cross-court pass, Jake Diwa. This time from free, that's short. Malyari trying to settle the troops down. Ron Denison kontra Jake Diwa. Using the Baityong screen. Pumasok sa loob at na-foul doon.
And he continues to be aggressive. Talking about itong si Ron Denison, that time fishing for a foul on that drive.
Early substitutions for Muntinlupa. Lalabas muna si Baityong and Malyari in favor of Stevens and Kyle Napes. Meanwhile, Val Chauka, no. Makati trying to cut down the lead as Mar Villahermosa trying to elude 4 defenders. Val Chauka, quick reply on the other end.
Nifty left-hand finish for Val Chauka. Jake Diwa trying to get that right back.
Action picking up here in the third quarter. Andretti Stevens matatawagan na naman ng foul dito as we take a look at that pure gold move of the game. Val Chauca stretching for that left-handed finish. As Jake Diwa will take 2 free throws, tunghayan natin si Nach Miravalles for this report.
Thank you, Ken. Alam nyo, good thing that the guys of AFP are still in high spirits sa dugout kasi kakailanganin nila ng energy to turn this game around, lalo this quarter. Coach Ronnie wants them to be more aggressive with their defense. Hindi na daw pwede yung nalilate sila sa fast break. Back to you, Ken and Javi.
Thank you, Naj. But ito, Makati have managed to cut the lead to 11 after being down by as high as 22 points in the second quarter.
Oh, definitely better effort shown on both ends of the floor para dito sa Makati in this third quarter. Can they sustain it all the way to the end of this period and up to the end of this game?
You gotta remember the implications here. Both teams trying to get a foot into that quarterfinal slot. Jan Formento, very first time pinasok dito for Coach Ronnie Kahanding.
O AFP FSD Makati at 5-4 and Muntinlupa at 3-5. Makati has 2 games remaining and itong Muntinlupa 3 pa ang nalalabing laro.
Val Chauca being guarded by Formento. Kicks it out. Ruaya pull-up jumper. Bounces around and out. Hubert Cani nagtitimon for Makati. Chad Alonso pinasok na rin dito. This is gonna be a fun matchup going up against Kyle Napes. Jake Diwa not shy and he knocks it down.
Looking very comfortable hoisting that shot up despite the defense being up in his grill.
And we talk about the third quarter troubles of Muntinlupa. It is down to a 9-point lead.
But it's usually them who is trying to come back from a double-digit deficit. But right now they're allowing FSD to get back into this game. Just a 9-point ball game right here.
Big reason why is this guy, Jake Diwa. Wow, great shimmy move. And Jake Diwa now with 15 points. Cuts the lead down to 7, 55-48.
Airman first class Jake Diwa, fly me home. Look at that in the post against Ron Dennison. No problem right there with that finger roll.
And that instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako, Muntinlupa, suing for time. Magandang hapon mga ka-Phil Basket who's watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Kumu in our delayed telecast on Solar Sports. A look of concern here for Muntinlupa as their once 22-point lead trimmed down to 7 just past the halfway point of the third quarter. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan kasama si Javi Palanya and Nach Miravalles.
Well, Muntinlupa has not been able to make their last few possessions matter here. A 7-point lead na lang ang kanilang tinatahak ngayon in this game.
And off the ball, bago pa ma-inbound yung bola, may natawagang foul dito. Looks like it will be against Lord Caseros as we would like to thank Cantigo Scoreboard Multisport Scoring Solutions. A great look at our commissioner and co-founder, Jai Reyes.
Coach Ronnie Kahanding adjusting and putting Lord Caseros on Ron Dennison, who tries to continue his hot streak and forcing a miss right there.
Ron Dennison, 21 points so far. Meanwhile, Jake Diwa gustong habulin yon now has 15 points at maaari pang madagdagan yan via his trip to the line.
Only had 5 points in the first half. Etong si Jake Diwa. And really flipping the switch in this quarter to spearhead the comeback of Makati in this game.
Jake Diwa from Hermosa, Bataan, played for Olivares College, Tagaytay. And those 2 free throws cuts the lead once more to just 5 points. Jake Diwa, 12 of his 17 points here in the third quarter. And naagaw pa dito, Jake Diwa trying to retrieve that ball. And Lord Casajeros, great hustle and pulls up. Wala, Jake Diwa, offensive board! No! I thought that was gonna go in, but wow, Jake Diwa.
Well, he has just really been a ball of energy here para kay Coach Ronnie Canding. Grabbing that rebound against Decoy Lopez, a much taller player. Still able to come up with that board. And now our guest at the charity stripe once again.
Lagi natin pinag-uusapan, Javi, a bit undersized for his position, only probably 6'2", but really grabbing those offensive rebounds. Actually third in terms of total rebounds per contest, itong si Jake Diwa. And maganda pa dito, Javi, sorry, he's really shooting great from the free throw line. Now 4 out of 4. As Phil Basket is brought to you by Cilium Fiber, manufactured by Leoni Agri Corporation. The pressure now on for Muntinlupa, fighting for their quarter-final hopes.
First action of the game being seen here by Jan Formento. And Muntinlupa continues with their drought offensively.
4 minutes here in the third quarter. Muntinlupa only managing to score 7 points here. Samantala, 18 points na in the third quarter. Talking about the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. A well-deserved rest for Jake Diwa. Shot clock down to 14. Kyle Napes. Balik dito kay Allan Mangahas. Gabriel, who has been quiet so far, naagawan pa siya dito. And the ball not touching the floor. Great job by Cordero and Formento.
2-on-1 fast break there, ran to perfection by Formento and Darwin Cordero. Now they're trying to get the pressure on.
Muntinlupa gumamit na ng timeout dito in the third quarter. At naagaw na naman. Chance for Makati to take the lead here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in quarter number 3.
Turnovers have been piling up for Muntinlupa in this third quarter, along with a number of missed shots. But right here, a stop. John Gabriel has not been a factor in this game para sa Muntinlupa.
Stevens, nahanap si Napes sa loob. And Cal Napes gets bumped there by Lord kay Casajeros. Referees will review that play.
Pass there by Andretti Stevens. And the commotion in the aftermath of that play happening right here on the floor. Talagang umiinit na talaga ang aksyon as we go into the latter part of the eliminations dito sa Phil Basket Summer Championship. Let's see that once again. Pass coming from Andretti Stevens and Lord Casajeros bumping him as he went up.
And after that, Javi, nagkakiskisan din si John Gabriel at itong si Lordy Casajeros.
And our referees will look at that replay and see if that would garner an unsportsmanlike foul. That basket will definitely count. So will there be 2 free throws plus ball possession, or will it be just a singular free throw?
Oh yan, nagkatamaan eh. Nagtamaan pa sa ilong. Ito si Casajeros. Alam mo, naagulat nun, Javi. Wala si Ron Denison sa play na yun, ha?
You would usually see him in a number of those scenarios. I mean, throughout his entire career, sa lahat ng mga commotions ata, nandun siya, present siya.
So referees count that basket by Kyle Napes.
But in today's game, Ron Dennison has showed up on a different aspect of the game, spearheading the attack offensively para sa koponan ni Coach Jack Ascueta. 21 points in this game.
Yup, started out strong, 13 points in the first quarter. Talking about Ron Dennison. As we take a look once again.
And I think Chad Alonso just really had the intention na distansyahin itong si Lord Casajeros tsaka si John Gabriel.
Lord Casajeros talaga. Parang Ronald Tubin talaga yung naaalala ko dyan.
There is a sort of a resemblance. Both of them came from the University of the East.
So ito, pakinggan muna natin si Ryan Villena.
John Gabriel for unsportsmanlike behavior. That's his second.
So after that play, Lordy Casajeros tinawagan ng unsportsmanlike foul. And na technical foul din dito si John Gabriel after that commotion.
Okay, so there will be a shot at the end one opportunity for Kyle Napes. In the unsportsmanlike fouls, canceling each other out.
Right. Kyle Napes stops the bleeding of Muntinlupa. Brings the lead back up to 4 points. Under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Casajeros, pasa dito kay Cordero. 10 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Darwin Contrero kicks it out. Formento for 3. In and out. And battle for the loose ball won by Cordero. Nahanap si Casajeros. That's short. Valchauca.
Nobody stopping the ball.
And you called it, Javi. Valchauca prancing through the lane for that left-handed finish.
Oh, it's very important in transition that you mark the man with the ball right away, not allow them to get any opportunity to drive into the lane unmolested.
And happily is now available via grab, delivery, and takeout.
That's going to be a foul on Kyle Napes.
Kyle Napes not liking the call. Trooping back to the bench. At penalty na dito ang Muntinlupa, resulting to free throws for Chad Alonso.
Well, let's look at that again after that shot by Romeo Almerol. Oh, Chad Alonso definitely earning an Oscars award selling that call.
That's what you call a veteran savvy move. Where's Chad Alonso winning multiple titles in Harbor Center when he played in the Philippine Basketball League.
Well, that really was a great era. And a lot of great players went to that Harbor Center team. Guys like Mac Cardona, L.A. Tenorio, Jason Castro, Ron J. Buenafe.
Right. Al Magpayo, sama mo rin dyan.
That's right.
Jake Diwa, binalik na dito, now has 14 of the 19 points in the third quarter. Nag-aabol sila dito ng 4. Valchauca. No. Ford Ruaya whistled for that foul, so free throws na naman for Makati.
And he's still pleading his case to the referees. See that once again, there was a hold on Lord Casajeros. And Casajeros just doing a good job of boxing him out, not letting Ruaya get a share of that leather.
Lordy Casajeros, the former UE Red Warrior, as Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship.
Free throws might just be one of the factors that they would have to notice at the end of this game. At penalty situation, looking to bite Muntinlupa in the back.
Dalawa na lang ang hinahabol ulit itong AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. Gabriel, pasa dito kay Ron Dennison. In and out. Chance for Makati to tie or even take the lead. 82 seconds left in quarter number 3. Cordero, pasa dito kay Formento. No look pass to Casajeros. 7 seconds sa shot clock. Short on that jumper.
Muntinlupa has gone back to the zone, which has been very successful for them in the first half. And another call right here by our referees away from the ball. And look who it is, Mr. Casajeros once again.
Mr. Casajeros, nangangamusta lang dito as we would like to thank our prize money sponsor, Medisure Pharmacy.
Both teams now above the limit. 2 free throws right here for Ford Ruaya, stalwart out of Colegio de San Juan de Letran.
Yup. Ford Ruaya, as take a look at the team owner of EOG Sports, Mr. J.R. Guevara. Tanda natin, Muntinlupa, if you're just tuning in, led by as much as 22 points in the second quarter, but that lead has been trimmed down to 4 points. Just under a minute left here in the third quarter. Colina, balik dito kay Formento. 10 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Cordero, pull up. Bounces around and out. Gabriel gets whacked there by Chad Alonso. Not a smart foul.
Definitely not. He had no business trying to steal that basketball away from John Gabriel. He had obvious possession of the ball. And he had teammates going down to protect the transition attack. So Chad Alonso. Not a good foul right away.
John Gabriel so far only 2 points. Make that free after that free throw. Prior to their game against the Nueva Ecija Capitals, where he had 10 points, he averaged 15.3 points and 6.7 rebounds in his last 3 games. So slowly but surely getting his groove. Cordero, nakasona dito ang Muntinlupa. Alonso on the right flank. Dishes it to Colina. Jake Diwa fakes off Ruaya. Pasok sa loob, wala. Chad Alonso. Second effort, third effort. John Colina. Finally on the 4th time, knocking down that putback.
Oh, but that shot was a product of the hard work that Chad Alonso had on those boards, giving the opportunity for Colina to clean up the mess.
Gabriel misses on that outside shot as we end the third quarter, kung saan lamang pa rin dito ang Muntinlupa but only 4 points kontra dito sa AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers, 64-60.
Valchauca has tried to get his groove going here in this third quarter. 9 points in this game, but airman first class Jake Diwa trying to fly his team to the victory. Guys like John Colina has done their ample share on the offensive glass, helping their team come back to within 4 as we go into the penultimate period of this match. We will be back after these.
Great look at the crowd here at the city of San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan as we're bringing you the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship presented by Pure Gold. Mga kasama nyo ngayon, si Ken Pangalinan, Javi Palanya, and Naj Miravalles, our courtside reporter. Lamang dito ang Muntinlupa, 64-60 at the start of the fourth.
Muntinlupa still able to maintain a good shooting percentage after 3 quarters despite a dismal third period. Still 50% from the field. They will have to play better defense. Look at the quarter scoring right there. -10 itong Muntinlupa against the 26 points that AFP FSD Makati had in that quarter.
10 seconds left sa shot block ng mga nakaputi. Chauka trying to force his way inside. And only 3.5 seconds left on their shot clock. As we take a look at this replay there, ball touched the foot netong si Mar Villahermosa. And John Gabriel towering over his defenders.
A great recognition right there by Dretty Stevens, lobbing it over to his big man who was towering the shaded area. Chad Alonso trying to go for the steal but was just too late.
And the 5 on the floor for Makati. You've got Hubert Cani firing from long distance. And Jan Colina cleaning up the miss. And makakasama nila dyan si Chad Alonso, Mar Villahermosa, and Jake Diwa. And for Muntinlupa, we've got Val Chauca, Andretti Stevens. But before that, let's take a look at this gorgeous layup nito ni Jan Colina.
That ball falling right out of the hands nito ni John Gabriel and safely into the able palms of Jan Colina, who capitalizes on the end one opportunity. 3-point game.
And the 5 on the floor for Muntinlupa, John Gabriel, Andretti Stevens, Val Chauca, Ford Ruaya, and Ron Dennison. Meanwhile, Andretti Stevens, para-paraan na lang.
Great use of the body to shield the defender away from the ball. Veteran move right there by Dretty Stevens.
Muntinlupa so far has kept etong Makati at bay at the moment. Colina, wala. Val Chauca trying to increase the tempo. Finds John Gabriel, sidestep. Natawagan ng traveling doon.
A little bit too tentative when he received the pass. Didn't know what foot to plant. Yun, nag-shuffle siya when he got the pass. Kaya na-off siya sa rhythm niya.
Hubert Cani signaling their elbow play. They're trailing by 5 here. Chad Alonso. Back to Hubert. 9 seconds to work with. Spins his way inside. No go, but John Gabriel clips him on the way up.
A good aggressive drive there by Hubert Cani, reading the defense, being patient on that screen and roll activity on the right flank, spinning into the lane and drawing a foul on the finger roll.
Hubert Cani, of course, the former UAAP Juniors MVP back in 2013, as we would like to thank Cantigo Scoreboard Multisports Scoring Solutions. Cani firing blanks on that 15-foot line. So mananatiling 5 ang kalamangan nitong Muntinlupa.
Makati has had more attempts at that free throw area, especially after they milked the penalty situation in that third quarter. But not really a good percentage still by the Cavaliers in this game from the charity stripe.
Joffer Custodio, umawa.
That's only the 4th three-pointer in the game for Makati.
Andretti Stevens kanina pa dumudukot sa loob. And Jan Colina matatawagan dito ng foul.
Slamming his ball to the head. Look at that 3-point shot right there by Joffer Custodio. 1, 2, 3, down into the basket.
Meanwhile, pocket pass inside. Val Chauca finding Ford Ruaya.
Have been a handful of times that the guards of Muntinlupa have been able to locate their big men on that relocation after that dribble drive.
Great alley-oop play. Cani and Diwa connecting there.
And you see the frustration on Ford Ruaya's face, telling his teammates that nobody was able to mark itong si Jake Diwa who ended up with a pass after that lob, and an end-one opportunity, however, misses on his free throw.
And that assist delivery is brought to you by Happily, which is now available via grab delivery and takeout.
A chance here for Muntinlupa to have a little bit of cushion as we wind down the 7-minute mark of this fourth quarter.
Dalawa na lang ang hinahabol dito ng Makati as Ron Denison has been silent so far in the fourth until that bucket. As we turn you over to Naj Miravalles. Naj, anong meron?
Thank you, Ken. Kanina AFP yung sinabi natin na kailangan to be more aggressive with their defense. Ngayon, EOG na rin. Nakailan na nga naman daw kasi sa kanila si Jake Diwa. So their focus right now is to stop Jake. Sabi rin nila, lagi daw silang nagre-relax pagdating ng third quarter and they know na yun ang kailangan nila i-work out. Back to you, Ken and Javi.
Thank you, Naj. And Jake Diwa already with 21 points, 14 in the third quarter. Kaya naman nakahabol na dito ang Makati. They are only down by 4 points. Chauka. Hanap si Steven sa loob. Posting up Kani.
Stare down by Dretty Stevens on Hubert Kani. See that post action.
Patinignan lang ni Stevens. Sino mas pogi sa ating dalawa? Oh, di ba? Oh. Match lang naman eh.
Once again.
Chauka being hounded by a double team. Shot clock winding down. Ruaya kicks it out. Ron Denison. And Alvin Paitiong parked into the lane. Force 4-point lead, 72-68, approaching the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Custodio firing away from free.
That's bread and butter right there for Joffer Custodio, popping out of the screen and roll action, screen and pop action rather, to knock down that three-pointer.
2 shots from Rainbow Country in the fourth for Joffer Custodio, cutting the lead down to 1, and a chance for Makati to lead here. Jake Diwa, na-foul na naman dito.
And what Muntinlupa has been able to do for the majority of the first half, Makati is now doing, pushing the ball whenever they get that turnover, trying to finish on the break, and Jake Diwa once again is our guest on the free throw line. But again, Makati not doing a good job of sinking those opportunities.
Jake Diwa so far 6 out of 8 from the free throw line, but already has 21 points and 7 rebounds.
Ooh, costly miss right there. That would have tied the game or given them the lead.
Tanda natin, itong dalawang kupunan na to are trying to get to that quarterfinals. Alvin Baitiong off that Val Chauca feed.
Oh, Joffer Custodio missing by Chong right there. The defense helping on the drive of Val Chauca.
Alvin Baitiong now with 9 points. Mar Villahermosa, the bang and the bucket.
Mar Villahermosa hasn't really been successful in hoisting up the 3-point shots. Recognizing that, driving to the lane and forcing a bucket of that foul by Val Chauca.
And that move of the game is brought to you by Pure Gold. Villahermosa finally ties the game here, 74 apiece, approaching the halfway point of the fourth quarter.
And what looked to be a blowout in the first half is developing into a very close game.
And Field Basket is brought to you by Cilium Fiber, manufactured by Leoni Agri Corporation. Let's see what Muntinlupa does here. Val Chauca, aggressive drive to the lane. Still empty. Val Chauca so far only 9 points. Villahermosa pulls up and drills that big free.
Looks like that three-point opportunity just boded well for his confidence. He found himself wide open from straight away, draining that three-pointer, specialty of the house para dito kay Mar Villahermosa.
Mar Villahermosa scoring 6 of his 15 points here in this crucial fourth quarter. At mukhang pupunta pa siya sa free throw line because penalty na dito ang Muntinlupa.
See that? Mar Villahermosa finding himself wide open, nobody home in that three-point area to bother the former San Pedro-led Red Lion.
And so far, itong Makati outscoring Muntinlupa 17-10 here in the fourth quarter. Actually, kung pagsasamaan mo itong second half, 43-26. Villahermosa, kontra dito kay Allan Mangahas, bagong pasok. Diwa powering his way for that reverse.
And Denison not doing a good job of denying Jake Diwa the baseline. Able to slither his way into that area and making the shot on the reverse despite the defense of Alvin Baichong.
So timeout muna tayo, 5-point lead for AFP FSD. Take a look at Michael Wico as the Nueva Ecija Capitals. Majority of them yung AICC Manila that won the championship last year in Subic will square off against the San Juan Knights. Meanwhile, Jake Diwa, business as usual.
23 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. I just wanted to ask, no? Di ba giniginaw si Michael Wico? Kasi ako nga, naka-coat na ako ngayon eh. And I still feel the aircon, really.
Alam mo naman yan, Michael Wico and Alvin Baichong ending the drought here after 8 unanswered points for Makati.
And trying to stem the tide here. Alvin Baichong doing the work in the post against John Colina. Alvin Baichong has dropped his name into this year's PBA draft, so really wanting to make a good account of himself so the scouts will notice him.
And not only that, really trying itong Muntinlupa, helping them reach the quarterfinal round. As Diwa na naman. And tempers flaring here. Ron Denison, Jake Diwa into that fray there.
Instant retaliation right away as Jake Diwa saw the floor. Got up as soon as he could after that bump by Ron Denison. Parang iniwanan ng paa ni Ron Denison. Not really clear on that replay.
And you could see instantly sa mukha ni Jake Diwa, he already knew kung sino yung nakatama sa kanya doon. But great job by Joffer Custodio, Ronnie Canding, settling down itong si Ron Denison and Jake Diwa.
Tempers really flaring right here as we near the crucial moments of this game. At post-action, there was an elbow that hit the jaw of Ron Denison. And Ron Denison got him on the hip. Ooh, that was a bad fall by Jake Diwa, falling on his left shoulder.
And good thing for both teams, walang umalis sa benches. You gotta remember that last game, the now sitting ICC Blue Hawks, only a 1-point lead, 1.6 seconds left. But across the error by the ICC Blue Hawks, 5 players leaving the bench, resulting to free throws, an anticlimactic end to that otherwise superb game there.
That was, what, 9 free throws or 8 free throws by Patrick Abahog to end that game. And the scorer supreme that he has knocked all of those free throws down very calmly.
So hihintayin lang natin ang hatol ng ating referees. We've got Jojo Belnas, Benji Estrella, and Sev Pingol working this crucial game between the Muntinlupa Angelis Resort and AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. 4 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Lamang dito ang AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers 79-77. And tandaan natin, Javi, lumamang dito ang Muntinlupa by as much as 22 points. But AFP FSD Makati slowly but surely coming on in the second half.
That was a 26-point third quarter that Makati had. And Muntinlupa was really relaxing in that quarter, not showing a lot of the tenacity and intensity that they had on the defensive end during the first half. Ron Denison, who had a superb offensive game in the first half, 21 points, was nowhere to be found. And every one of them were rushing to their shots. See that once again, that hit by Jake Diwa and then the foul by Ron Denison, and Jake Diwa not liking what had just transpired right away.
And you gotta like Allan Mangahas, instantly sensing na mainit na si Jake Diwa, immediately grabbing him.
Oh, this is definitely an interesting matchup because both of these guys are leading their respective squads on offense. 23 points apiece between these two men.
Ron Denison, 13 points nung first quarter, setting the tone for Muntinlupa. But Jake Diwa had an awesome third quarter as well. 14 of his 23 points in that crucial third quarter run for Makati.
Oh, the success that Ron Denison had in the first half is the success that Jake Diwa is having here in the second half, as we listen to Ryan Villena hand out.
AFP's number 14, Jake Diwa, for unsportsmanlike behavior. That's his second. Technical foul shot by Val Chapa.
So from what I have heard, tinawagan dito ng unsportsmanlike foul si Alvin Baityong and a technical foul by Jake Diwa. That's why si Val Chauca took that one free throw on the other end.
Alvin Baityong was slapped with an unsportsmanlike foul? Where was he in that incident?
Even he is confused talking about Alvin Baityong.
And I saw him having a word with Coach Ronnie Kahanding. He was also, Coach Ronnie Kahanding was surprised that it was Alvin Baityong who was slapped with that foul.
And nakatakas yata dito si Ron Denison. Kaya magta-timeout muna dito ang AFP Makati Cavaliers, who are up by 4 points, 81-77. Back here in San Jose del Monte City in Bulacan, Alvin Baityong napapaiding na lang, but Javi, after multiple looks at the replay, looks like the referees got it right.
Yeah, that's right. After also consulting with our technical committee, they made it clear to me that it was Alvin Baityong who did really commit that unsportsmanlike foul. It looked to me that that fall by Jake Diwa, naiwanan nga siya ng paa. I was really not sure who it was. I thought it was Ron Denison, but after looking at that replay, it was apparently Alvin Baityong, as Villahermosa.
Wow, Mar Villahermosa.
6-3. Continuing great shooting performance here in the final period.
9 of his 18 points here in the fourth quarter, bringing the lead up to 7 points. Denison Naghahanap ng papasan. Allan Mangahas. Sumaksak sa loob. Floater, no. Roaya. And Joffer Custodio snatches the ball away. As Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 PhilBasket Summer Championship.
Well, Makati Cavaliers giving a dose of their own medicine to the comeback kings. Muntinlupa right now finding themselves behind by 7. Let's see if they can capitalize on this fast break opportunity.
Great composure by Ron Denison. 25 points. Under 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Lamang dito ng 5 puntos.
A crucial defensive possession right here for Muntinlupa. They need a stop.
Colina.
And Ron Denison finding himself stuck right there against the big man, opting to give up the foul.
Frustrated pa siya sa non-call on the other end. Jan Colina, of course, former Adamson Falcon. So far for him, solid numbers, 12 points quietly contributing for Makati.
And 12 rebounds also. So Jan Colina really doing a splendid job as the starting center para kay Coach Ronnie Kahanding.
Meanwhile, Denison, sidestep beauty.
Excellent move right there to evade the defense. Making sure they took advantage of that split by Colina at the line. Just a 4-point lead na hinahabol ng Muntinlupa.
The game of his life here in PhilBasket, 27 points and a turnover here. Chance for Muntinlupa to cut down the lead. Val Chauca attacking the defense of Joffer Custodio.
That's a good adjustment by the Muntinlupa defense because Jake Diwa has been having a field day in the post, going primarily to the baseline. Let's see that sidestep by Ron Denison that cut the lead to 4. And a stop on the other end, resulting in Val Chauca pushing up the basketball, going to his strong hand and fishing for a foul.
And Ron Denison looks like he's cramping up. But makikita mo, Ron Denison really giving his all here. The game of his life, 27 points. Alvin Baitiong also solid quietly for Muntinlupa, 12 points and 9 rebounds. They're gonna need Ron Denison in the home stretch here as they are down by only 3 points. 2 minutes and 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Fatigue looks to be catching up to Ron Denison. Di talaga siguro siya sanay that he's putting up these kinds of numbers on the offensive end. But splendid game nonetheless.
Actually, he's been playing 32 minutes already. Val Chauca sinks both free throws. Only a 2-point lead as we wind down this all-crucial game. Villahermosa, the hot hand here in the fourth quarter. Kontra kay Allan Mangahas, Custodio. And that last 2 minutes is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako.
Good defense right there by Allan Mangahas.
Chauca, chance for them to tie or take the lead on this offensive trip. Baitiong, pumasok sa loob. Great aggressive drive there by Alvin Baitiong.
Recognized right away that it was John Formento who was at his back defending him, backing him up a bit. Seeing Jan Colina spun into the middle of the defense and got a foul but misses on his first try. Crucial miss right there.
Baitiong struggling from the line, could have tied the game if he had made both free throws. 2 out of 5 at timeout muna dito ang AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers. They've come back from a 22-point deficit and are now up here 85-84. Magbabalik po kami. Nandito po tayo ngayon sa San Jose del Monte City in Bulacan for our opening game. But nonetheless, very important for both teams. Muntinlupa and AFP FSD Makati fighting for their quarter-final hopes. 1 minute and 37 seconds left. Makati with the possession. Formento drives inside, fakes off Alvin Baitiong and gets whistled. Talking about the former San Sebastian Stag.
Good defense until the very last moment right there for Muntinlupa. Coach Ronnie Kahanding opting to go with John Formento on this possession. He has not seen a lot of burn in this match.
Yup, actually, as Coach Jack Ascueta, a look of concern. Second half na, pinasok ito si John Formento.
Missing his free throw right there. And another miss right there for the Cavaliers. They're now 18 out of 32 in this game.
And we would like to thank our prize money sponsor, Medisure Pharmacy.
Just a basket right here would give the lead back to Muntinlupa.
Great ball movement. Andretti Stevens wide open and he knocks it down.
Allan Mangahas driving into the lane, drawing the defense, kicking it out to Val Chauca on the left corner. Jump pass right there, an extra pass by Chauca to Andretti Stevens, who found himself very wide open, 3 for 3. 2-point lead here for Muntinlupa.
Fourth quarter here, 2-point lead. Magbabalik po kami. Big free by Andretti Stevens. Kaya lamang na dito ng 2 puntos ang Muntinlupa, 87-85. 1 minute and 9 seconds in the fourth quarter. Ken Pangilinan and Javi Palanya calling the action. And of course, Najmi Rovalles, our courtside reporter, working the sidelines here. Itong Makati, wala ng timeout, Javi, and both teams are now in the penalty. Custodio inbounding, only 14 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Villahermosa escapes the defense. Second serving for Makati. Colina kontra dito kay Baitiong. Villahermosa, another attempt. It's short. Custodio for free. No!
What a bad time to go cold for Mar Villahermosa. Missing 2 3-point tries. The first one wide all open off that pin down.
Chance for some breathing room for Muntinlupa. 9 seconds.
No need to foul here if you're Makati.
Mangahas unsuccessful on that floater.
6-point differential, shot clock, game clock, a score here, but a turnover.
Ooh.
And a steal right away.
Diwa.
Diwa.
Acrobatic finish to tie the game. Wow! Jake Diwa now with 27 points, but those 2 points, the all-important shot.
And that was over the outstretched arms of Alvin Baitiong. Andretti Stevens shutting the door on the drive, but Diwa countering with a spin, driving into dito kay Alvin Baitiong, just able to finish it with a scoop layup. 27 points now in the game for Jake Diwa to equal scoring honors with Ron Denison. A classic developing right here after what we thought was a blowout in the first half. Muntinlupa was up by as much as 22. But serious playoff implications, driving the motivation for both squads in this game. Not wanting to give an inch here in the end game.
But you gotta remind everyone, si Ron Denison we mentioned already, 27 points. Wala dito sa offensive trip na ito. He's been suffering from cramps as we take a look here. Both teams, no more timeouts, and both teams over the foul limit.
Could this be the last possession of the game, or will we go into overtime?
Baityong kontra dito kay Colina. Chauca. 9 seconds sa Chauca and foul Chauca. Sorry, miss. 7 seconds. Ruaya. Great denial by Jake Diwa. 2 seconds. And time expires. And we will go into overtime only. The second time here in the Phil Basket Summer Championship.
Helter-skelter basketball. That was great. Fake right there by Val Chauca. Looking back, trying to tell the defense that he was going to pass up to Alvin Baichong, but instead driving to the baseline for Druaya, ending up with the offensive rebound. A lot of body contact right there, but no foul called by our referees. And the clock simply expired after the ball wasn't controlled by any of the two teams. 87 all is our score. Another 5 minutes to determine the winner of this match.
And 5 more minutes here as we take a look. For Druaya, tinamaan doon si Mar Villahermosa.
A lot of body contact right there against Jake Diwa. And Villahermosa was able to save that basketball. A chance for Makati to have maybe a half-court heave on that one, but just good defense by Muntinlupa to prevent any opportunity by Makati to have one.
5 more minutes, wag po kayong aalis. We need 5 more minutes to decide this matchup between Muntinlupa and Makati. 87 all. Ken Panglinan kasama dito si Javi Palanya. And of course, Naj Miravalles working the sidelines here. Villahermosa, pocket pass. Nalibre doon si Kani in the right corner.
Nobody rotating to Hubert Kani. And just excellent crisp passing by the Cavaliers to find the open man in that corner.
Baityong loses the ball, but Jan Colina strips it down low. 11 seconds on their shot clock.
The man responsible for much of the success offensively nitong Muntinlupa not on the floor. We're talking about Ron Denison. Went down earlier with a case of cramps. So can Allan Mangahas and company lead their team to the promised land in today's game?
And Val Chauca, no choice but to foul Jake Diwa there. Val Chauca now with 11 points, but Jake Diwa, the man of the hour for Makati, now with 27, but has missed his last 3 free throws.
Well, definitely not the man of the hour on the charity stripe, adding to their free throw woes in this game. Only 56% from the free throw area itong Cavaliers. And Muntinlupa not also doing a good job. Conversely, 10 out of 14 for 71%.
The 5 on the floor for Muntinlupa, Mangahas, Stevens, Baityong, Ruaya, and Chauca. And for AFP FSD Makati, we've got Hubert Kani, Jan Colina, Chad Alonso, Jake Diwa, and Mar Villahermosa. Baityong has missed his last 2 shots. Andretti Stevens Tandaan natin, penalty na ang both teams here.
When the game goes into overtime, penalty situation from the fourth quarter carries over into the extra period. So yeah, 2 shots para dito sa Cavaliers. But can they make these 2 free throws to push the cushion to 6 points? Ron Dennison, who went out with cramps earlier in the fourth quarter, is back right here in harness for Coach Jack Ascueta.
John Colina, double-double performance so far, but missing on his first free throw.
19 out of 35 from the free throw stripe.
10 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists. Comes out empty on that trip. So buhay pa dito Muntinlupa, 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. Still a long way to go. Mangahas for 3, off to the right.
That looked bad the moment it left his hand. It was really going to the right side of the ring.
Mangahas struggling in this game, only 7 points on poor shooting from the field, only 3 out of 10. Kani, who hit a big triple in the right corner earlier. Villahermosa, spinning jumper.
Well, vindicating himself right there was Mar Villahermosa. He missed 2 3-point tries in the crucial stretches of that fourth quarter that would have given them a comfortable lead. But Ron Dennison, who has just checked in moments earlier, knocks down a 3-pointer. Now 30 points in the game for the former FEU Tamaraw.
Would like to thank Happily, which is now available via grab delivery and takeout. Meanwhile, Mar Villahermosa, 22 points.
Oh, he has definitely found his rhythm offensively right here.
Chauka, Ron Dennison, no.
Oh, sorry, missed right there. That was a gimme by Ron Dennison.
Medyo minadali on that trip, but still only a 5-point lead. 10 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Jake Diwa, kontra na naman kay Dennison. 6 seconds. Chad Alonso in traffic.
That's a travel. That definitely is a travel.
Gabriel pinasok na dito, replacing Ford Ruaya.
A crucial turnover right there. That was not good spacing by Makati. It forced the defense of Muntinlupa to be able to clamp down on that offensive attack.
And we enter the last 2 minutes of the ball game. Let's see how Muntinlupa does here. Shot clock winding down. Dennison for 3!
33 points in the game, a number of threes. Who would expect coming into this match that Ron Dennison would be able to put up these kinds of numbers para sa Muntinlupa?
Man, what a game for Ron Dennison. Meanwhile, Jake Diwa, pull-up jumper.
A showdown of a lifetime between these two men. 30 points for Jake Diwa and 33 para kay Ron Dennison. But Val Chauca wanting to join in on the party.
Val Chauca cutting the lead to 2. 1 minute and 19 seconds left. The English on that shot, Javi.
Great body control right there by Val Chauca to finish despite the contact. Crucial make here para dito sa Muntinlupa. Only 1 minute and 19 ticks left on our game clock. This could put the lead down to just 1, and it does. So one stop right here in a basket could put Muntinlupa back in the driver's seat. Can Makati put a cushion right here on themselves, make it a 3-point game in this possession?
Approaching the 1 minute mark of the fourth quarter. Colina kicks it out. Mar Villahermosa for 3, and it's good!
What a game it has been from both squads. Mar Villahermosa and Jake Diwa doing the damage for the Cavaliers. But Val Chauca just missing on another shot right there. Crucial miss.
And Val Chauca fouling Hubert Cani as he will troop to the line. Man, Mar Villahermosa, who has struggled here in the PhilBasket Summer Championship, 25 points.
Well above his average in this game, only norming 9.4 points per game dito sa ating torneo. But as you said, 25 points already, 8 assists to boot, and Hubert Cani looking to put the finishing touches on what has been a great comeback from 22 points down.
Hubert Cani quietly with 10 points, 6-point lead para dito sa Makati, 102-96 here in the overtime period as we take a break. Opening game pa lang po ito, but what a game we're witnessing. 102-96 here in the overtime period. Ken Pangilinan and Javi Palanya calling this game between Muntinlupa and AFP Makati.
Quick score needed here by Muntinlupa.
Denison, pasa dito. Ron for free, no. And Gabriel on that putback attempt, fouled by Chad Alonso.
This game is far from over, Ken.
Right.
Although both teams, Muntinlupa with no timeouts left, AFP still has one to spare. But these two free throws will be crucial for Muntinlupa.
Gabriel thickens in the first free throw, now has 7 points.
No matter the outcome of this second shot, Muntinlupa will definitely have to foul and hope that the bad percentage of Makati continues at the free throw line.
And great job by Denison. So 4-second differential between shot clock and game clock.
No need to foul here.
And Gonjan Gabriel steals the ball. Stevens kicks it out. Mangahas for free. No!
Oh!
13 seconds left. They need
now
to foul here. Villahermosa, 7 seconds. That was a wide open look for Allan Mangahas. But unfortunately unable to knock it down. And Stevens joins Val Chauca with 5 fouls.
With Val Chauca fouling out, and Ron Denison not really in the picture on that play. Nobody except Allan Mangahas would be the perfect person to hoist that shot from the outside, wide open for 3. That's a shot that he can definitely make, but short on that attempt. That was a good defensive possession that they churned out, not needing to foul and ending up with a turnover. The Makati defense was not set right there, hence the open opportunity. But that miss just really doomed their chances in this game. And looks like this game is in the bag for the Cavaliers, upping their record to 6-4. And Muntinlupa will drop down to 3-6, tying the now City MJazz Zenith.
Ron Denison tying the PhilBasket record for most points in a game, but he will certainly not be happy as Muntinlupa falls down in overtime against the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers, 104-102.
Well, a performance like this offensively will definitely not matter if you don't end up with a victory, and a very important one at that. Look at the score once again, 104-102 victory by the AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers to secure their spot in the quarterfinals. Still a chance mathematically for Muntinlupa Angelis Resort EOG Cooly to barge into the playoffs, but they will have to rely on the other team's fates for them to make the last bus.
Muntinlupa led by as much as 22 points in the first half, but the comeback of AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers complete here. We've got Mar Villahermosa really sizzling in the second half, 27 points. Ron Denison, as I've mentioned, tied Luke Parcero's record, 36 points. A coming out party for the former FEU guard. Allan Mangahas really struggled, only 7 points. Missed that all-important shot to tie the game. But our best player of the game is currently with Naj Miravalles. Naj?
Thank you, Ken. Our pure gold best player of the game is Jake Diwa. Jake, nagsasagutan kayo ni Denison dun ha. Nung first half, lamang pa sila. Second half, binawi mo na. Pina-overtime nyo pa with 30 points. Anong masasabi mo?
Yun nga ma'am, kanina nung first half ko, sobrang slow ko talaga. Sobrang slow kasi may, di ba ano ba yung pakiramdam ko kanina. Then sabi nga sa akin ni Coach Ronnie, Jake, hindi yan yung Jake Diwa na kilala namin. Kailangan bumawi ka. Kuhanin mo yung kumpiyansa mo kagad. Kaya mo yan, sabi niya. Then sumunod na yung mga teammate ko, ganun din sila. Kumbaga, nadala na yung energy. Na-adapt ko na yung intensity na gusto nila. Kaya ayun, nakabawi ako.
Jake, anong epekto sa'yo ng panalo na to?
Ito, sobrang saya ko na nanalo kami ngayon. Na ito, kailangan namin yung last 2 remaining games namin na makuha din. Ito, nakuha na namin yung isa na lang at tatrabawin namin para mas umano yung standing namin dito sa laro na to.
Jake, baka may mga gusto kang pasalamatan.
Ayun nga, binabati ko sa yung aming Chief of Staff, si General Centeno, si General Perez, ang aming team manager, ang OSPS Chief, si Colonel Ginulbay, then yung overall NCOIC namin sa Wellness Gym, si Master Sergeant Kabanayan, then happy birthday kay Kisha Pido, do sa kapatid ng teammate namin. Then sa FSD Makati, Reborn 51, then binabati ko si AJ, Bea, and Kate and Belia Pamitan dyan sa Pasukin. Then yung mga kasama ko dyan sa Pasukin, Ilocos Norte, dyan sa Paredes Air Station. Alam ko, sumusuporta kayo lagi sa amin. Then alam nyo, para sa ito, mga kasama ko sundalo dyan. Then sa Diwa Indula family, kila Tito Gary Dula, maraming salamat sa suporta nyo. Ilan po.
Congrats, Jake. Tuloy-tuloy niyo yan ha. Back to you, Ken and Javi.
Thank you, Naj. Jake Diwa, back-to-back 30-point outings, 25 points here in the second half and overtime, towing AFP FSD Makati Cavaliers to a 6-4 record, 104-102 in overtime. On behalf of our production team, ako po si Ken Pangilinan. Up next, the Tanduay Rum Masters squaring off against the Atami Sardine Sambuanga. Don't go away. This should be a good one.